All right, I'm about to flip your whole idea of being lost on its head. You know that feeling where life feels like a bad improv show you didn't audition for? You're just kind of winging it, smiling, and hoping nobody notices you have no idea what's going on. Yeah, most of us feel like that at some point, some of us for years. But here's the secret. Feeling lost doesn't mean you're failing, it means you're waking up. And in this video, I'll show you how to stop performing for everyone else's expectations. Drop the act and actually build the life you want. Chapter 1. The Lost Signal. Here's something that might surprise you. Feeling lost isn't failure, it's information. When life suddenly feels like it doesn't make sense, like you're drifting, disconnected, or running on autopilot, it doesn't mean you're broken. Psychologists actually have a name for this: identity diffusion. It usually happens during transitions. College ending, switching careers, a breakup, moving to a new city, or even hitting that "I thought I'd be further ahead by now" milestone. Your brain is basically saying, hey, the old way of doing things, it's not working anymore. We need to reset. Think of it like your phone going into searching for signal mode. Annoying, yes. You can't check your maps, you can't refresh Instagram, and it feels like you're stuck. But here's the thing, it only happens because you're in a new environment. That spinning wheel isn't a glitch, it's your phone adapting to find a better connection. Feeling lost is the same. It's a signal you're in unfamiliar territory and your mind is recalibrating. It's a stage of growth, not a life sentence. Here's what helps. Instead of panicking or rushing to fix it overnight, acknowledge it. Tell yourself, okay, I'm between versions of me. That's normal. Then grab a notebook or your phone and write down one question. What might my life be asking me to change? You don't need an instant answer. Just asking starts to clear the mental fog and opens up space for clarity to show up later. Because being lost often means you're closer to finding your next chapter than you think. Chapter 2. Your brain on confusion. You ever notice how feeling lost doesn't just live in your head? It sits in your chest, your stomach, your shoulders. It feels heavy. That's not your imagination. That's your brain on confusion. Here's what's actually happening. When life feels uncertain, your amygdala, the part of your brain wired for survival, goes into overdrive. It doesn't say, this is an interesting transition. It says, danger, something's wrong. At the same time, your prefrontal cortex, the planning, decision-making part of your brain, starts short-circuiting under the pressure. The result? Anxiety, racing thoughts, and classic brain fog. It's like having 42 browser tabs open, and one of them is playing music. But you can't find it. This is why when you feel lost, even simple decisions like what to eat for lunch can feel overwhelming. Your body is on high alert, and clarity doesn't stand a chance until you calm that system down. Here's the fix. You need to tell your body it's safe before you try to fix your life. 2 quick methods that work almost instantly. 4-7-8 breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, exhale for 8. This signals your nervous system to slow your heart rate and relax. Cold water splash. Literally splash cold water on your face or hold an ice cube for 30 seconds. It triggers something called the dive reflex, instantly calming stress signals. Only after you reset your nervous system can your brain switch from panic to problem-solving mode. Chapter 3. The Map You Don't See. Here's something nobody tells you. Feeling lost often hides the best opportunities for growth. The Harvard Adult Development Study, the longest-running study on happiness, found something surprising. People who go through periods of life confusion often look back and say, that's when I grew the most. Why? Because when life stops making sense, you stop running on autopilot. You're forced to pause, rethink, and eventually build something better. Picture it like hiking and losing the trail. Your first reaction? Panic. You freeze, backtrack, or stare at the ground, wishing the path would magically reappear. But here's the thing, panic keeps you stuck in place. Curiosity, on the other hand, makes you lift your head, scan the trees, and maybe discover a new route you wouldn't have seen otherwise. Sometimes, that new path is better than the original one. When life feels lost, don't pressure yourself to have all the answers. Instead, switch your brain from fear mode to discovery mode. How? By creating something I call a curiosity list. This isn't a 5-year plan. It's not even a list of productive hobbies. It's just things you feel drawn to, even if they seem random. Rock climbing, learning guitar, cooking Thai food, sketching, building an app. Doesn't matter. Why does this help? Because curiosity reduces pressure. It rewires your brain to expect discovery instead of danger. And discovery is how new paths show up. So today, make a curiosity list. Not to fix your whole life, just to remind yourself. You're allowed to explore before you commit. Chapter 4. Small Anchors. When life feels like it's falling apart, it's tempting to let everything slide. Sleep schedule, meals, even basic routines. I've been there, binging shows at 2 a.m. because it feels easier than facing reality. But here's the thing. Structure saves you when you feel lost. Even one predictable habit, like standing in sunlight for 5 minutes each morning, has been shown to improve mood regulation and stabilize your nervous system. That's because routines act like neurological safety nets. They tell your brain, hey, we're safe. We've got at least one thing under control. Picture it like tying yourself to a tree in the middle of a storm. The chaos is still there. The wind, the rain, the noise, but you're not getting swept away. Small anchors keep you steady until the storm passes. Here are 3 anchors that you can start today. Sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time each day, even on weekends. Your brain loves rhythm. Movement. It doesn't have to be a full workout. Just 5 minutes of walking, stretching, or even dancing in your kitchen gets your body out of freeze mode. Reflective activity. One thing that gets thoughts out of your head and into the world. Journaling, sketching, voice notes, whatever feels natural. These aren't about optimizing productivity or becoming the perfect version of yourself. They're about creating tiny points of stability. So even when everything else feels uncertain, you won't blow away. Chapter 5. Asking better questions. Here's one thing I learned the hard way. The questions you ask shape the answers you get. When you're feeling lost, most of us default to the wrong questions. What's wrong with me? Why can't I get my life together? And guess what? Your brain is like Google. If you type in, what's wrong with me? It's going to serve up every possible negative result. You're lazy, you're behind, you're not enough. But change the question, and you change what your brain searches for. That's not just motivational talk, it's neuroscience. It's called cognitive reframing. When you shift from self-criticism to curiosity, you literally activate different neural pathways, the ones tied to problem-solving and creativity. Think of it like driving. If you keep asking, why am I stuck in traffic? You're going to stay focused on frustration. But if you ask, what's the best alternate route? Your GPS starts doing something useful. Here's how to put this into action. Write down 3 empowering questions somewhere you'll see them. On your phone, a sticky note, whatever works. What am I learning from this feeling? Who or what matters most to me right now? What's one small thing I can do today to move forward? These questions don't magically solve everything, but they shift your brain out of hopeless mode and into discovery mode. And discovery? That's where clarity starts. You only need to remember this. Feeling lost is part of being alive. It's not a permanent state, and it definitely doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're evolving. One day, you'll look back at this version of yourself and think, that was the moment I finally woke up to my own life. The uncertainty you feel right now? That's your signal. It's saying something old is ending and something new is waiting to begin. So here's your action step. Commit to one micro anchor. Maybe it's going to bed at the same time, moving for 5 minutes, or journaling one thought each day. And pair it with one empowering question, like, what am I learning from this feeling? Small steps like these are how confusion turns into clarity. You don't need the whole plan, just the first move. If this gave you even a bit of clarity, hit the like button. It helps the channel reach more people who might need this. And share your story in the comments. Someone else out there could be feeling exactly like you are right now. And your words might be what helps them take their first step forward.